Greetings all, Shardvixen here. Okay, so this is What Does the Vixen Say? And because I got some things going on in my life today, I'm gonna just do random questions. I'm just gonna think them up off the top of my head, like Rambling 101. Though I do want to show you something. I got these. My daughter bought me. I don't know, we're gonna have to get up here to see them. Well, I did get the Lilo and Stitch. And look, I got a pretty undershirt. It's another stretchy one. I had one like it before, but this is smaller. And then I've got parachute pink pants to go. Very nice, huh? They're very silk. They're very nice to play with. So, Stitch is one of my favorite characters. Stitch and Wolverine. I was just thinking the other day how old Lilo would be now. Stitch came out, the movie came out in 2002, so she'd be, over 18 years old. She'd be an adult. Okay, so sorry for the hair thing. Got hair, I always got the hair going on, because it's still kind of wet. I don't wash my hair all the time, because it dries it out so bad it falls off. It breaks. So it's not to say I don't clean it, I just don't use shampoo and stuff with it. So alright, so first question, what's your favorite color? Oh my, I like all colors equally. I do like all colors equally. I like combinations of colors, like pink, of course, because pink. Blue's okay. It's just I usually have blue because that's what the shirt comes in, or that's what the pants come in that I like the style of. I hated pink when I was a kid. Hated it. Because, well, pink was what you mostly wore as a little girl in the 60s and the 70s. It was pink. In the 80s, they kind of brought that back as hot pink being the thing. But everybody wore it. It wasn't just a gender thing anymore, so that was kind of interesting. Yeah, so I had like a hot pink miniskirt style thing going on, flash dance thing in the 80s. So, yeah. But then, for the most part, I didn't like pink as a kid. I like pink now. But I'm told that, 50-year-olds aren't supposed to wear pink. Kind of that fashion thing. You're supposed to use muted, grown-up colors to show you're grown up. What's my favorite food? Favorite food. It's changed a lot. Right now, bacon's my favorite food. I crave it a lot. I don't know why. I think about, what do I want to eat? Bacon. I used to like anything with cheese. If it had cheese on it, it was good. I don't eat a lot of cheese anymore. Probably I try to limit it to 1 or 2 meals a day. I used to eat just cheese and apples and cheese and bagels and cheese and apple and cheese and bagels and cheese all by itself. I don't do that much anymore. I would guess that now my favorite food besides bacon would have to be someplace between a pizza or a hamburger. Those would be my 2 favorite things. So if you were asked out and someone said, what's your favorite place to go out on a date? And I may have answered some of these questions before, and if I have, I'm sorry. But if I haven't, then that's all good. That's always a hard one too for me, because it depends. It depends on the person. It depends on, what they have. But if it was me and the person said, whatever you wanted, I would want to go, a combination. I'd like to go someplace they sit and chit chat for a little while, and then a place where you could like dance, listen to music, walk around, look at things. Museums are always fun. I just like to talk, so being able to talk is a big deal. It's perfectly fine for me, depending. I've got a hair someplace. To go. You stop that. To go someplace. My dog is itching herself. Go away. You're not supposed to do that. It's not okay. Where you just walk and chit chat. That'd be fine. If I was to be reincarnated, would I want to come back as an animal or as a person? I think I'd want to come back. Well, I'd like to come back as a dolphin. I think being a dolphin would be kind of cool. Um, but I'd also like to come back as a person that go get off of there. You're hurting yourself. Stop that. No scratching. You've had your medicine. You're okay. Stop it. Don't look at me like that. No, you're not coming up. Stop it. Feather, no, go eat your lunch. I'd like to come back as, what's that song? A bad go-getter and a mad motor scooter. I'd like to be a ninja or a Navy SEAL. I'd like to, all the things I was afraid of. I'd like to learn how to scuba dive, be stealthy, save people, get rid of bad people, be a sniper. That'd be all the things I would want to do. I know it takes a toll on your soul, so I'm not saying that I don't know that, but I do. Those are the achievements of the things that I'd like to see at a different side of the world, I guess. But a dolphin is fine. Do I believe in reincarnation? I don't know. Can't remember. Why do you do a vlog? Oh, that's a good one. Why do I do a vlog? I do a vlog because I just like to talk. I like to talk and interact with people, and this is the closest way to do that. That's why I stream, but I stream because I play games. Now, I would vlog stream if I can get a webcam set up where we can do that. That's the plan with the art, but we'll see if that works or not. Instead of buying a tablet, I'm going to buy a laptop, and these usually come with a webcam, and then I'm going to set it up to stream. And probably I'll set it up from Wild Rhyme time, so the vlogs might move from Shardvixen's Den to the Wild Rhyme time, and we'll do vlogs and art over there, and then this will just be streaming. Shardvixen's Den will just be streaming and upload videos. That's it for gaming. That's kind of the changeover I want to do. I found that hair. It's bugging me. Why do you dye your hair? Okay, so I have skin problems. I can't really show them to you without taking my mask off. There's some right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. It goes all the way back up into my ears here. These little sores. And I can't wear makeup. So I've tried wearing makeup. But what happens is my face just soaks the makeup in and it gets all cracked. It doesn't matter what kind of makeup it is. I've tried the most expensive, best kind of makeup for your face, and it does it. And then it irritates my face. It hurts. It feels like it's burning. So I don't do that. So I like to be pretty. I want to be pretty. That's the pink stuff. So that's why I dye my hair. I always wanted cotton candy pink hair. In the 80s, Wendy O. Williams was one of my favorite people, and Cyndi Lauper. And Wendy O. Williams had that huge spiked mohawk. Always wanted that. But next was having pink hair. I've had pretty close orangey kind of pink hair using henna when I was younger. Because you could only get those kind of dyes from professional dyes. Like you had to go in and get them done, and they're very expensive. One of the first things I did when I had a job that I had extra spending money is I went and got my hair done quite a bit. Why do I have the haircut I have? So, I have this, it's called a monk style haircut, basically. It's like the flat top on top, right? Flat top on top, and then it's shaved all the way around. I first shaved my hair in 2004, 2003, 2004, when I was pregnant with my son. I had read this little short story thing about this lady who was struggling to find some balance in her life, so she decided to shave off all this beautiful hair she had. And she felt free by it, so I thought, I want to do that. A lot of people contribute to me being depressed. That's possible. I won't deny it. I probably was depressed at the time. It's a big thing to take a step to go from something that is considered semi-normal to something that's totally outrageous. So, but I loved it. I had my hair completely shaved for a year, and then I did a mohawk because I always wanted, a mohawk. So I did a mohawk. I had a mohawk in the 80s. Probably more what they call a mullet. And then I seen this lady that had a top knot like this, where she braided it. It was really long, and I thought, that's the hair I want. Now I cut it. So that was about 2005, 2006. And then I cut it again because I was going in to do a master's degree program, and I thought they'd want a more professional look, but then it just ended up they didn't care one way or another because everyone assumed I would fail. So I went back to, and before I moved to Oregon about 5 years ago, I cut it again. I cut it really short on top because I was looking for work. And again, here in Oregon, it don't matter. Some places won't let you have outrageous hairstyles. A lot of places don't mind that your hair is cut like this. My daughter has one side just shaved. She just has one side shaved. And her work don't care. What they care about is the dyeing. They just don't want the dyeing. A lot of places now, too, is you can have one facial piercing. So that's kind of interesting. And one tattoo, like, that can be seen. I don't know if face tattoo counts. But like an arm tattoo. Alright, back to questions. Do you wear high heel shoes? I used to wear beautifully, very high heel shoes. 3-inch still high heel shoes. But I hurt my back so much and my hips that I no longer can wear high heel shoes. Not because I can't balance, it's just bad for my hips. Bad for your back, really. Lots of people like to wear them, but it really is bad for your back to wear them all the time. If you could be anything in the whole world, what would you be besides a millionaire? And a superhero? I would be an animator, I think. I think I'd be an animator now. I mean, I was on my way to become a therapist, which, interestingly enough, didn't really want to be a therapist. I wanted to be behavioral analysis, which is kind of a therapist. You study behavior. You can do lots of stuff with it. You study behavior and you decide how behavior can be modified, or how you can teach people to do different behaviors, or how behavior works in society. So as a behavioral analysis nowadays, you can also work for companies, corporations, which helps people do team building and stuff like that. If you hear a high beeping sound, I don't know if you guys can. I have a smoke detector that's having an issue when the dryer goes. When the dryer's not running, it works fine, but it doesn't like the dryer. What are things that make you happy? What are things that make me happy? Happy is an interesting concept. You have happiness, and then you have being content, which I did a vlog on. And I'm content most of the time. Things make me happy. That's, when I laugh and I giggle and I have a good time. Playing video games makes me, I have fun, so that makes me happy. But my life is content. I see you have a ball. Guess who's back to bug us? She's got her ball. No, go find your owner. Go find your owner. She's up there somewhere. I'm not really your owner. I'm your surrogate mama. No. Stop. No, we're not doing the ball thing. Go. That's what happens when you're in the living room where the dogs can find you. Go away, dog. Go away, dog. Go away, dog. If you need a dog that loves you, this is the dog that loves you. She'll only love us. Okay. What's your favorite animal? I like lots of animals. In fact, I was having a conversation last night with some people in a party chat. I've had quite an array of animals in my life. As in Bits of Me talks about. So be sure to check that out. In fact, the next What Does the Vixen Say will be Bits of Me instead of that. Why do I have wait, no, let's go back. So what is my favorite animal? I would say that probably I like cats a lot. Because cats are very easy. Once you train them to go potty, they're pretty easy animals. You can get them to do lots of other things. They're enough. Some cats can be over loving, and some can be very estranged, and some, uh, dogs for me, I like them, but dogs are more like kids. So if you like kids, that's fine. But if you like kids that go off and do their own thing, which I'm probably more of. I mean, I like hanging out with my children and chatting with them and stuff. But when they were littles, I liked them to play with other people or play by themselves. I mean, I read stories to them. Don't get me wrong. We did a lot of arts and crafts and stuff like that. But it's interesting how, unless you have that real connection to the child inside you, and I don't have a good connection with the child inside me. And that's not to say I don't do childlike things. I just, I understand children, understand how their brains work because I studied it for over 20 years. But I really, I love imagining play. I do, but more in my head than outside my head. So when you're playing with kids, though, they're the narrative of the story. So it's sometimes hard to stay on task all the time. So I was never a good parent for the dolls. It's not to say we didn't play with dolls. We had tea parties. We did dressed up the dolls. But I really encouraged imaginative play with them, that they played with them being the sole narrative of it, and me popping in every once in a while. So like, Blue Boy will set up his castle, and then he'll give me a couple of men, and then he'll tell me everything that men are gonna do. So at some point in time, you get a little tired of that because it's like, whoa, can I not choose what my men are going to do by themselves? But he says no, it's his narrative, so he gets to choose what's going on. And a lot of times what's happening is he's telling me a story. We're not really playing. He's telling me a story that's going on in his head, because he'll stop after a while moving the little guys and just continue the story. But, my grandson goes to sleep talking and wakes up talking. I mean, he literally, the moment his eyes are open, there's a word coming out of his mouth. Well, I got a phone call. Well, that was great. Smacking around back there, Shishma. I had a phone call, so I forgot what I was talking about. I think I was talking about favorite animals. Cats. I like cats. Yeah, cats. Dragons. I want a dragon. I always wanted a dragon. If I could have a dragon, that's what I'd want. What's your favorite season? Summertime. Even though it's hot, my favorite season really is summertime. The best times now for my body is that spring, just the cusp of spring and summer, and the cusp of summer and fall. But when it gets cold, I don't do so well. I'm cold now because I did my exercising, and then I took my sweater off, but I need to put my sweater back on. And summer, when it gets really hot, it's a little hard, but I prefer summer to, I can be cold even in summer now. What's your favorite, well, let's see, what kind of movies do you like? I like sci-fi and action. If you could visit anywhere in the world, where would you go? I think I'd go to the UK first. UK and Ireland and Scotland and Wales. Always been kind of curious about all those places. I went to Germany once. That was kind of fun. If it was the United States, I'd like to go to Maine and then down to Florida. Those are the only two spots, that go down along the coast. If you could live any place, where would you live? I actually like where I live, but if I could live, I'd live on the west coast of Oregon, which I'm hoping to do in a couple of years, so that'll be a plus. Let's see, what else? I don't know. So I just wanted to, let's just throw some funny stuff in there. I like foxes too, wild animals. I like ravens and foxes are my favorite two animals. I use them as my totems in my life. Like on one shoulder is a fox and one shoulder is a raven. When I write stories, I do a lot of those kind of things. I have imagination for these totem animals. Both of them are kind of tricksters, I think, is why. Not because I like to do pranks, but that chaotic kind of wave in my life. I just wanted to do something fun and happy and keep touch. I hope you're all keeping yourself safe. I hope you're all keeping yourself as healthy as you can. Like I've said, it's very hard to know who's sick here. There's no testing. We are all doing well. We don't have any symptoms except for my fibromyalgia. I have the fibromyalgia, which gives me, chest problems and headaches, and I feel like I have the flu off and on. The last 2 days I felt really miserable. Today I feel actually okay. But streaming takes a lot out of me sometimes, and I know people are like, oh, you don't really do much, but I do. There's a lot of movement with my hands and the sitting. I don't have a really good chair right now, but I just wanted to have a happy. I have a lot of random thoughts going in my head, so the next week will be topic. I think it's brain food, and so that's it. I'll catch you all on the flip side. I'm out of here. Peace, 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 peace. Remember, you can always ask a question down in the comments, and I will write them up and talk about them in one of my vlogs. If you have a topic you want me to look into, you can do that too. And I'm hoping that by next week or the week after, we'll get some crafting vlogs in. All right, out of here.